All right, we're a little late. It's the afternoon after instead of the morning after. Just touched down back in Birmingham from Louisiana. Had a good time. We're going to talk about the Central Michigan game. Durante Jones is cooking his food. Okay? Durante Jones is cooking the schemes up. Okay? The defensive line is starting to come together. The linebackers are stepping up. The continuity on defense is starting to come together. And we're starting to see what we thought we would see. They're getting in shape. They're getting in football shape. They're ready to play 4 quarters. And we're seeing the DBs coming up making tackles. That's what we want to see. Loved it. Derek Stingley is locked in, and that's what LSU needs to be successful. On the broken play, everybody had a bad taste in their mouth. I mean, dude was wide open too. Like, I was sitting kind of high up, so I could see everything, and dude was wide open. And that's on the 3rd and long too, because other than that, the defense didn't give up anything. The starting defense didn't give up anything. They gave up 7 points, on a broken play. That can be fixed. Keep in mind, we don't have Jay Ward, or they don't have Jay. I'm not on the team. As from a fan's perspective, we don't have Jay Ward. We don't. Sage Ryan is not available yet. Clearly the young talent is ready, but we're not even seeing the most that we can see on that defense. That defense is going to continue to get better every week. It's going to continue to get better, okay? Mississippi State is next up on the list. They should have a nice bad taste in their mouth from what happened last year. I think that they know what they have to do as far as stopping the run. They done figured it out. Just cover your gap. The defensive line is explosive. I watched those boys. They're disruptive. They're as advertised. And when the linebackers are filling their gaps and they're on their assignments, they're reading their keys, that's what we can see all season. I don't care about it being Central Michigan or McNeese State. I don't care what UCLA did the first week. That's over. They're locking in, and they're locking in at the right time. And they're about to start clicking, okay? Everybody was scared of Mississippi State, Kentucky, and Auburn. Well, all 3 of those teams have been exposed. Okay? I think the defense is going to perform well against all 3 of those teams. And now we can talk about offense. If we talking about offense, and everybody was kind of skeptical about the way Max was playing, and now it seems to me that Max's chemistry is with the young guys. He's a young guy. The young guys are catching the ball. They're making plays. And I say just let them loose. Let them loose. Malik Neighbors made a wild type catch on the sideline, like a marvelous catch where he stretched out, kept both of his feet in an NFL caliber type catch. Looked like Antonio Brown out there making that catch. I don't care if it was for 6 yards. He's just about to get his feet wet. Personally, everybody's going to still have their complaints about the offensive line. I don't really have a complaint about the offensive line because I saw Corey Kiner getting yards, getting good runs with the same offensive line that Tyrion Davis-Price was not getting good runs with. Tyrion Davis-Price missed a lot of camp practice, and I just think he's behind, man. I don't think he's going to be able to catch. I think the young guys were there. They were in there. They practiced every day. I feel like they read the offensive line's blocks better. They find the holes better. There was one run in particular, and I'm not here to criticize anybody, but from the view that I saw, it looked like if Tyrion would have went through the 4-hole as opposed to the 2-hole, this was early in the game, he would have broke a big one. But in my opinion, he ran to the traffic. Corey Connor is getting outside. He's making good cuts. And we saw what Amari Goodwin could do on one carry. So, and I was the biggest advocate of TDP and John Emery all off season from December on up to week 1. John Emery's unavailable. And unfortunately, the effects of missing camp practice seem to be hindering Tyrion Davis-Price. But when I saw Corey Connor touch the ball, and this was in meaningful time, I saw an explosive running back. I saw a guy that was getting upfield and making plays. So I'm excited, man. People want to, Max threw the ball kind of short. Deion Smith was just a better athlete than the guy over there at Central Michigan. All right. Okay. Well, Mississippi State may have dominated NC State, but they didn't dominate Louisiana Tech, and they lost to Memphis. Okay, so I don't think that their defenders are going to be that much better than Deion Smith. And Deion Smith is from Mississippi. I have a good feeling that Deronte Jones is going to scheme up Mississippi State's offense, and the defense is going to perform really well. The tone has been set, like I said at the beginning of the video, and it's time. It's SEC play. First 2 games are revenge games. You could look at the third game like a revenge game because Dare left the program. He switched sides. He jumped ship and went to the ops. So the first 3 games have meaning to them. If you really want to go past that, we can go to Florida. Everybody wants to, disqualify the win based on the shoe being thrown. So these next 4 games can be used as big-time motivation for these Tigers to make a nice run, like I said, at a special season. No worse than 10-2, and they can win the conference going 10-2 as long as that second loss isn't to Bama. We saw Bama kind of get exposed yesterday. So it's a good week. It's SEC play. Let's get it. Go Tigers.